what is an agent? What is this concept? It sounds spy-like. No, but I think the main sense or meaning here of agent is that an agent does something on your behalf, like an agent that might get me some acting jobs. An agent, in this sense, is that it will be able to do a specific task or specific tasks. It has been trained to find sources of information, to carry through certain tasks, and work together with other agents. Whereas the Copilot experience that we've been using so far is what you might think of as a generalist. It can do lots of different things, but not necessarily as well as an agent that has been trained and focused. So we will see an example of the researcher agent today. But here are some other examples of agents that Microsoft makes available to us. We'll take a look at a demo video of the facilitator agent running in a meeting, and also talk about how the interpreter agent might help too. Some new ones that have appeared. There is a new agent that if you are using Microsoft Planner, then you can get some help with managing tasks on a project. Okay, so we'll come back to this video, but first of all, I'll go back to our landing page for our chats with Microsoft 365 Copilot. Our agents live in this section, and I've got a few more that I have added to my list, but one or two that should be there, pinned as examples and could be frequently helpful, is the researcher agent and the analyst agent. We'll look at the researcher agent today. Just like with our regular conversations with Copilot, researcher is a place to have conversations, and researcher has the ability to think deeper, to go out to larger sources of information, reason over that information, and maybe ask and investigate follow-up questions so that it can find more information. Now, when we do use researcher, it can take, when you choose the longer option, 20 minutes or more. So I have run this before today's training to show you an example of what it looks like. But here you could, and I might just go through some of this, just through some of the steps so we can see it. Let's do this. Build a comprehensive. So we'll ask a question like this. Of course, if you're going to give it more information and more context, you'll always get a better result. I'm just keeping it short today. I have the option also to point it towards specific work sources. I could also tell it where to find the information underneath the sources button. But we'll launch that. And researcher will often, first of all, explore the questions that I'm asking and then come back with other questions for me to answer. How wide do I want to go with this research? How long do I want my report to be? What type of sources and what scope do I want for this research? And these are just 3 example questions that I could have put in my first chat with the researcher agent. I could ask again or answer these questions and then say, give me 6 more questions to help clarify. But once we've got past this stage, it will take quite some time, 20 minutes or so, for it to do the research. And so I am going back to the earlier time today before this training when I ran it. I'll just scroll to the top of my experience. So it did ask similar questions. And I responded with, oh, well, it asked me, do I want to use an existing document? And I said, no, I want a completely new analysis. I'd like it to be scoped to global only and build a detailed report with tables. I also chose the short page option because I wanted it to get through the research quickly. Now, it did take some time, and it's actually collapsed all of the different steps that it went through, reasoning and exploring the topic. So you can start Researcher, you can watch it go through all these different steps if you want to, or you can go away and come back and wait for the results to appear. But this is interesting when you work through some of these steps. You can see how it explored a topic and how it began to pull some of that information in together. Reviewing market projections. So it looked at Fortune Business Insights. It's also exploring other leading furniture companies. And as it gets further down, we won't take you through all the results, but it begins to work on compiling the results, putting together the report, adding graphics as well. And so if we scroll below that, this is where our report begins. So it has a summary. It is providing citations for where it's getting its information from. And a bit further down, it starts to break down the topic into its report. Now, as we work our way through that results, read through it, we've got graphs as well that it's inserted, providing where it's got it from. And further down here, you can see a full list of the different sources that it used. So you can explore each of those, and I do recommend that you read through and look at those references and understand more of the information in context. And you can choose to save that as a Word document. You can put it to a PowerPoint. There is another option here too to save as a Copilot page. So all these different options that you can take this as a starting point, as a draft, and then add to the research yourself. There's also follow-on questions there too that you could ask to continue the conversation with the researcher agent. So you see why I started this before the training, because it was going to take some time. Okay, so that is the researcher agent, and maybe this is a good example to say that it has been trained to think deeper, to go wider with its questions and its reasoning and research, and then bring back that information and organize it in a way that gets me off to a good start with my research. So that is a good example of an agent. Okay. Another agent that can be useful too in our Teams meetings is the facilitator agent. And so this agent you can invite to your meeting ahead of time, or you can turn it on in a meeting, and it will begin to take notes while the meeting is running. It can also be asked to organize your agenda, maybe have a, what's it called, a tracker. So it looks at the topics that you've put in your agenda and it spaces them out and just gives you enough time to cover those topics. It can tell you as you're coming up to a midpoint in your meeting, what have you discussed so far, some of the key points and decisions that have been made, and it will have another way of taking notes with you during that meeting. So I will just play this video and skim through parts of it to show you, but we see the facilitator, and when we start it, it's going to use the transcription, and it's added some notes. We're taking the agenda that we've put into our meeting. I see that someone's turned facilitator on. Great. And we've got our meeting tracker along the top. The facilitator will take notes every 3 or 4 minutes. And what we'll do is it'll listen to what we're saying, reason over the transcript, and then summarize that in the notes as it takes it. So we might have enough meeting left to help you see the facilitator in action. You will all see maybe the notes panel might have opened during this meeting. I don't, because I'm a guest in your meeting, but you might see it there now. And was there anything further along here to show? So you can take notes alongside the meeting notes that the facilitator adds. And here at the bottom there, as an example, they're asking facilitator to start a 10-minute timer. So the one that I started was manually, but I could have asked facilitator start a 3-minute timer for our exercise. And just another, skip ahead here, another agent that can be used in a meeting is the interpreter agent. So the role of this agent is that it will listen to what is being said and translate it into the language that I choose, and it will be played to me in the language that I choose, whereas you might choose to play it in the language that you choose. There is a delay as this happens, so it's one that you do want to take turns, and just like a good translator, you will give them time to finish what they have to say. But as an interpreter, it can be quite a useful tool. Okay. So we do, I think that facilitator might just have enough time to show you some notes. Let me know if you do see some of those notes appear. But yeah, as we round out this session, we do like to leave this advice generally for everything that we learn with Copilot, with any technology really. We can be quite inspired by the things that we see. Maybe there's 1 or 2 things that you saw that you can imagine how it might help you be productive